find. Hello.
Hi. It's Tuesday.
It's already Tuesday. How does that keep coming so fast?
Right? It does. It
certainly does.
Just like the rest of the year.
I can't believe it is almost October.
I know.
Where did it go?
I don't know. Dave was really excited because he said this is him, right? There's 3 paydays in October. I'm like, does it really count? I mean, it's on the 1st. That's why. But okay, if that makes you feel better. Yes, there's an extra payday in October.
Whatever floats your boat.
Yes.
So hello, everybody.
Oh, goodness.
Nice to totally see you too. Sorry. It is warm in here today.
I thought it was just me.
It's not. I'm not uncomfortable, which obviously you're not super comfortable or you wouldn't be fanning yourself, but
I think it's because the temperature is turned up to 95.
It might have something to do with it. Yeah.
Oh,
this is probably going to fan more.
I know, but I didn't want to fan you too, so I was just trying to fan myself.
I so appreciate that. So, hello.
Yeah.
So, it's been interesting. You know, we got dumped on, and we had some home football games, and that was interesting. And you know, we've got this beautiful open road, which of course they opened in time for football. And
didn't take the signs down.
No, they haven't taken the signs down. So if you have been headed this way and you were like, oh, I still can't go. Yes, you can get through. They just, and we've, I believe, called and complained. I say that because Gene said he was going to do it, not me. So I think he did it. Said he was going to do it. But
they're short-staffed too.
And so is everybody. So it's, it's certainly understandable. Maybe. But you can totally get to us now from any direction. Please come see us. We're so lonely. No, we're not. But
come see us anyways.
And come see us anyways. Absolutely. So I did a little bit of sewing this weekend. We have not talked. We've been running all day.
We have. Yes.
We started with a
completely different directions.
Yeah, I've not seen you since this morning. Hi. How are you? How are you feeling? Any better?
This headache is not going away.
We're both just like, can we turn the lights off?
Weather is very, very weird. It's like it's a throbby headache right up here. So
yeah, mine's back here and up over the ears and into this and over to. There's really not anywhere that it doesn't hurt right now. I'm just trying to keep my eyes open so I don't look completely ridiculous.
Yeah,
because. It's a day.
We had a car show in our little town. So when I was driving to work Saturday morning, there were detour signs everywhere, and I was like, I wonder what this is for, you know. And then when I got to the little town, and there's the stoplight, and I'm like, oh well, good thing I'm not going left because it was detour, so I was going the other way. So I was like, great. So then Dave and I went to the grocery store yesterday, and their detour was up again, and I was like, oh, there's a car show. So they canceled the car show on Saturday because of the rain. And so they had it on Sunday. So we walked through the little downtown area and then walked through the neighborhood. And we were walking at a pretty good clip, but we kind of wandered through there and then moseyed around the lake and around over the place. And there was like a serious couple that was walking. And we were
in the way.
We were in her way. Yes. She did that whole, yes.
Yeah.
With her ponytail that was, you know.
Did you get the whip from?
It had that really good bounce. I said to Dave,
I don't have that ponytail anymore. Mine's all.
It's a little shorter, yeah.
I can't even whip myself in the face, let alone anybody else.
But I thought that was totally hysterical. Like we were outwalked on our walk, and I definitely got a little bit of a, like we were in her way, and she like.
So sorry.
Hustled by us, so that was totally hysterical.
That I would have been just like, let's pull over, honey.
Right. And so we had gone to the sidewalk because they were walking in the road, and I could hear them coming up to us, you know, and I was trying to be polite, but then the sidewalk ended. No sign, just end. Just right. It was
Where the
pretty
sidewalk
thin
ends. She found it.
I found it. There was no Silverstein or book or sign.
Sorry.
But then we had to cut across, right? That's exactly what I said though. How are we supposed to know? There's no sign and there's no book. There's nothing to tell me that the sidewalk ended.
It's gone.
But Dave and I got a good chuckle out of them.
I bet.
And then we walked around and then we got back in the car, and as we were driving in the car, they walked by us again. So I was like, man, we were like laughed.
We were laughed.
Like, I didn't even know they were hustling. It's clearly they were doing this for not just an
outing. It was an exercise.
They were on
It
a
was
mission.
Definitely an exercise.
Yes.
Wow.
So that was my fun, exciting.
I didn't do anything like that this
Yeah.
weekend. No. Jeff is rearranged. We're leaving next week.
Yeah.
It's a big secret. But he worked Sunday. He's working this coming Sunday, just because of how things are falling in the projects that they have at work and whatnot. So that was weird. So I was sewing while he was not home, because what else do you do when you're home? Yeah, I mean, why not, right? So that was Sunday, but Saturday night we went out and got something to eat because we didn't end up going Friday. And there was the game here, and I didn't get home because I had class. I didn't get home till like 7. And so, I mean, it wasn't early, and we were concerned there was going to be a lot of traffic, and nothing. I mean, there wasn't a wait. We walked right. We just went. I mean, we didn't go into Ann Arbor. We're not that dumb, but
Not that bright.
We went to a Mexican place in Ipsy and got right in, sat down. There was we parked like right by the door. Yeah, I mean, there was nobody there. Ate, left. It was great. Got home, and we're just like, what? And God, there was just like cars. And we're like, we just want to turn into our drive. We just want to turn into our driveway. Well, 23 is closed. And they keep cutting off where farther and farther. So you can continue to drive into Milan on 23. But if you get off, you can't get back on. That keeps moving farther and farther north. So you can't get on all the way up to Michigan Avenue.
That's a long way.
Of course,
that
people are thinking, oh, well, I'm going to go around, and nope. So they got that far, and then we're like, how is it?
Yeah,
nice. But so we went to turn into our driveway, and we're just like, just
someday,
it was just like, holy crow. And the Michigan game had obviously let out. And we don't normally get Michigan traffic in front of our home, but we surely did on Saturday night. It was absolutely crazy. So but good to know. Thanks, Mom. Now I know that. And hi, Dad. And so that was a little different. We were like, this is different. And plus, it was Milan's homecoming, so there was traffic like everywhere.
Yeah,
so weird. But we don't usually have that much traffic by us. It's like
So after that, I went downstairs and I was putzing around, and Dave was putzing around in his little shop, which is next to my room. So when we went on vacation, that's where the water softener is. So Dave put a camera down there just
to make sure,
so he could check, right? Well, that camera happens to be on our internet, right? Which is what my TV is connected to. And Dave was in his room. So my phone just kept ding, 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 ding. So I couldn't play anything. So I'm like, Dave, he's like, yeah. I'm like, can you either just not move or can you disconnect this, please? He's like, what's wrong? I'm like, I can't load anything because we have such great internet out there. It can't tell me that there's somebody at the house and play the movie at the same time. So that was pretty funny.
It's been an interesting week. Yesterday, the service here. I mean, we have days where the modem doesn't work great. Well, yesterday was one of them, and it was just like circle.
Yeah.
Come on, load, please. And it was a bad day here yesterday for the internet. It was like, no.
Verizon was having some issues, but that shouldn't have affected us here. I know it affected Dave at work.
Way better today, so thank goodness it's not. There's no power on there. Which side is the power plug on?
This side. That side. Yeah. The cord is over there.
I just noticed we're not plugged in.
Yeah,
We
but
got plenty of juice. We're good.
we should be good.
It just dawned on me. I'm like, hey, I don't know where the camera. Where am I looking?
Where are you looking at? Because it's not powered in. Yeah,
There's no plug. So
it's a surprise.
That's my key.
That's your key.
That's my little.
I know the new iPad has a center camera feature to it. I was like, I'm not gonna do it. I haven't done it yet, but
no, I'm not doing it.
There is a part where I'm like, God, that'd be so nice to be able to look straight and be at the camera instead of trying to figure out which side it is. So if you wonder why we never are looking at the camera,
we're never looking
at
we don't know where it is. Yeah, it's those little things that
right,
not super important.
Oh.
And and on all it takes is for it to be angled just a little bit for us to look like we're sitting crooked, or it takes nothing at all because anyway.
We are crooked.
We're crooked. We're weird. It's all good. As long as we're comfortable with that, hopefully you guys are too.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Marge says it's good to know the back roads. She gets daily reports. Last I heard, waiting on bids to look at that bridge repair. Yeah, somebody drove underneath it, right? That was too tall. Was it me? Just so
throw that out there.
It
wasn't Sarah this time. Have you ever done that?
No. But I have been in that RV thinking, are we gonna fit? And the semi did, so we're good. It's kind of it can be deceiving.
I've taken out things on top of things.
Yeah.
But I haven't never damaged anything other than whatever I took out.
Yeah. We have a little bridge by us on the way to Jackson, and at least once a month there is somebody stuck underneath it. It's just now when I drive by the bridge, it's basically down to just the metal of the bridge, like the wood and most of the cement is gone. And every time I'm thinking, I hope today is not the day
that it's going to go
coming down, but I'm still not going around it. I know.
So today we've got a little different. We're not going to talk about a machine.
Yeah.
We can certainly talk about which machines you can use it on, which is
all of them. That's right.
Which is really, really great. So we have been talking about having some fabric come into the shop, and we've been waiting on it for months now. Thank gosh we ordered it when we did, or we wouldn't be able to have it. So
did you bring the bundle? Yes, you did.
Why would I have done that?
I know, right? So we literally opened the boxes for the Kimberbell
Christmas re-release of all of their Christmassy fabrics from Jingle All the Way, which there were not a ton of because those are just the prints, not the basics. And then the We Whisk You a Merry Christmas. So we ordered the case. Thank goodness we did what we did. And we've been waiting for these. That was early summer.
Yeah.
No, before summer.
Summer. Yeah. I think it was winter.
I think it was at least spring. Anyway, it was a long time ago. We've been waiting and waiting and waiting for these fabrics to get here. And they have finally arrived. So we opened the boxes and sorted everything out. And we said, hey, Hayden, you want to get your cut on? Because it's time. So we had him cut some fabric bundles, and we've got some special pricing for you guys if you have been waiting for that. So let's talk a little bit about what those are.
So there are 21 fabrics.
There are. So these are not sorted in Jingle All the Way versus
We Whisk You.
We Whisk You.
It's just a jingle.
This is just a jingle and whisk
mix
bundle of beauty in a Christmas format. Can you guys, am I even close?
Yeah, you're close.
Okay.
That's pretty good.
So you can see there are some prints, there's some hollies, there's plaids, there's polka dots, there's all kinds of things. I lovingly call this guy up here the tossed cookies, which sounds terrible, doesn't it? But that's all I can think of every time I see it, because it's a bunch of Christmas cookies that are tossed, which is not an uncommon thing for fabric to be called a tossed of whatever. But tossed cookies doesn't really sound right.
Green and brown.
Not so much. But so we've got all of the print, not again the basics, which we're working on getting all of those too. But we have most of them. But there's a few, those come and go. As hey, so and so bought 5 yards of something, so we ran out of that one. Or so what am I trying to say? What I'm trying to say is we've got
Bundles.
whole bunches of Christmas, beautiful, beautiful Christmas fabric that you can use in lots of different ways. So let's talk about Christmas
Yes.
because it's coming before y'all know it.
Well, let's tell them how
And-
much first. So the 21-yard bundle is going to be a special price. So these are not on the website yet. So
Because they literally just got opened.
yes,
So,
we're just finishing. So if you want one of these, all you have to do is email us, and we will we'll send you over the invoices. We'll do those
We'll
tomorrow.
get
so
everything
anybody
squared
who
away.
sends
Yep.
an invoice or sends
send
an email,
we'll get you
we'll
squared
get it.
away and
No
we'll get
worries.
you cut. All good.
So the 21-yard bundle is going to be a special price of $185. So 21 yards of fabric for $185.
Which is about 20% off
Mm-hmm.
of what it would normally be. So if you buy all 21 fabrics and you get a whole yard of each of those, you can get a 20% discount on that. So
yes.
again, $185 for the 1 yard bundle. And at the moment, the one I just showed you is the only one we have cut, but we will cut more if
we need to.
we need to.
That's right.
So if anybody would like that, we certainly can get that set up. But wait,
There's more.
So, what's the next cut?
We have half-yard bundles.
We do.
So those are going to be at about 15% off, and those are going to be $98.
So again,
So-
all 21
21
in a half
half-yard
yard piece
pieces.
of each.
Yes. And then we are going to have a fat quarter bundle. Again, 21 fat quarters for $55. So
Yep.
you're basically 20, 15, and 10% off the
Yep.
different style bundles. So we wanted to make sure that everybody had an opportunity to get those. We will be putting, we are likely to be putting some Jingle All the Way
Yep.
Actual kits together.
So here's the book and CD. There's the back. You can see the quilt itself. If you open it on the front
Is there a
page,
better picture?
there's a big picture
There
of the
is.
quilt, which is a really nice picture. So that is the quilt itself. And that again is Jingle All the Way. So that is one of the full size ones. And it is it's really, really cute.
It is.
And again, that is the embroidered version. So we have the CDs, we have more CDs coming, and we have embellishment kits coming, which
Are brand
is
new.
brand new. They did not create embellishment kits back when this was originally released. That wasn't a thing then. So they have created one, and they should be coming, I would say within a week or two. We should see them. So we got notified that basically a hey, how many you want kind of thing. So we should be seeing those very, very soon. So while we're waiting for those to come, I printed off all of the fabrics that we need, and I went through what we have, what we would need to order, and we're gonna balance out the embellishment kits and some fabric kits. I think is what the plan is. So as long as we can get the fabrics or get
There might be some substitutions because there
a
have
one
been,
or two, there's been some things
I
that
think
have
there's about
that
4
are no
fabrics.
longer made
yes.
from the original print. So some basics that they discontinued and came out with something else, or so on and so forth. So we'll have to substitute a few things, but as long as we can find a suitable substitute and we are happy with that, then we are going to match the embellishments with a full fabric kit. This is not the full 21 pieces. This is actually the quilt kit to make the embroidered quilt. So we didn't ever do this before because
It was
we didn't do Kimberbell back when this was originally released.
Yeah.
So we came in just after that. And so we never did that. We didn't have Kimberbell fabric really. And so we never had a Jingle All the Way fabric kit. On the flip side of that, the We Whisk You,
yes.
which is also super cute, but is a little bit smaller, but super cute as in the individual squares. We've got, kitchen theme. All right. Hence
more
the
of
We
a
Whisk
row
You.
quilt.
More
Yeah.
of a row quilt, very similar to the Love Notes quilt in, the row of typewriters. We have a row of mixers, so on and so forth. Very, very adorable. At the moment, we don't have any plans to re-kit that because we sold a whole bunch of
ton of
those originally and we did have all of those. That was our first big fabric purchase from
Yes.
Kimberbell. And so we kitted a whole bunch of those when they were originally released. So we don't plan to redo that unless we get asked so very much that we have to look into that. So that is the current plan for that. So what does all this mean? Okay, we've got all of these different fabric things. So maybe you have absolutely no interest in making yet another wall hanging or quilt,
or maybe they're just too cutesy for you.
Maybe that's not your style.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if you have heard, but they're telling you, everybody, I'm seeing it all over the internet. They're telling everybody, start Christmas shopping now, because there's not going to be new shipments coming in.
Yeah.
So if you can't find it now, you're not going to find it. So it's time to start that Christmas planning.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what today we want to actually talk about is, so let's talk about what we can do with some of these fabrics and some ideas on maybe not necessarily buying this as making a wall hanging or a quilt or a table runner or, oh, wait a minute, you could make a table runner. Oh, what a nice gift that would be.
Right.
But so you can take these apart and put them together however you want. You don't have to follow the directions.
No.
But even with that, there are actually projects in the back of both of these books that will give you smaller projects that you could complete as a beautiful gift as
Absolutely.
well. But if you wanted to, these squares would make really, really great individual projects that you could turn into something else.
Yeah, or even like taking an existing Kimberbell project. Like some of these designs that are in the We Whisk You and the Kimberbell or the Jingle All the Way, wouldn't they be super cute on like notebooks, on the notebook covers?
Yes.
Like they would just be so cute. I mean, just like your gift list and stuff like that, or maybe as
how
a
sharp would
recipe.
You look shopping with
Right?
all of that
Right?
planning?
I know.
And how cute you would be with your checklist, right, in your little Christmas notebook.
Exactly.
And who else doesn't want to look cute? You got friends that want to look cute right along with you, right?
Right.
So when you're doing those gift exchanges, you can take and we've talked about that before. So you buy a CD that has the base for a mug rug, that has the base for whatever it happens to be. It can be a wrap, a rug, the notebook covers, whatever, and how you can turn in that design into whatever it is that you want it to be by swapping, which is not really what you're doing. You're overlapping multiple designs and then just kind of hopping around.
We like to hop.
We like to hop. We hop and add a lot. That's kind of our jam. We like jam too.
Skip, repeat. Speaking of jam, if Kathy is watching, thank you.
If Kathy is watching, thank you so very much. That was such a nice treat.
She sent us food this morning.
She
bagels
did.
And cream cheese and jam.
Bless her husband. He's knocking on the door. We haven't open yet. And he's just standing out there.
I'm like, there's somebody holding food out there.
We might want to let him in. But yeah, so thank you so very much. It was a very nice little treat this morning. That we had.
We can be. Yeah, that's so
we
nice.
can totally be bought. But thank you again, Kathy.
Yes, we greatly
if you are
appreciate
listening, or whenever you do listen, because I know you got these sometimes not always live, but later. So thank you so very much.
But yes, back to the
jam.
That led right in, right?
So easy.
Yeah, back to the jam. We could do towels.
We can do towels to wipe up the jam. Absolutely. Preferably darker ones, because the white ones might stain on that grape or strawberry. Because that grape stuff's really hard to get out. Sometimes it totally can be really terrible. However, we are totally getting off track yet again. How do we do that so very often? So
pretty.
Look at the pretties. We want to pet them, and play with them, and talk about them, and
sell them,
and then sell them. Yeah.
Yes.
So we have lots of individual things here. So the We Whisk You designs. We've got aprons. We've got cookies. We've got.
This one has isn't
mixers.
Yes. Is this the one that has my? If it's homemade, stir it. No. What's the name?
That's that one.
That's that one.
That's the home.
Oh yes.
That's the make yourself at home quilt.
Yes. That one
I really
has
like that one.
my absolute favorite saying.
If
Oh,
I
it's
have
right
to
there.
stir it, it's homemade.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's my.
let's,
Hi.
let's not do that.
So maybe I should just turn this machine off.
Maybe
There we
that's
go.
way
Yeah.
better.
So, sometimes the cutest part of the design is like the random piece that's in there.
In the back of the book.
Yes.
That is not actually the design that you're buying.
Right.
Or, okay, I just want that mixer.
Mm-hmm.
So how many of you guys have ever bought a design pack for one design? This could be that type of a thing. So just because,
I bought the same pack twice before.
Oh, heck, have we all done that? It's so distressing, but then you find a friend.
I really like it.
Then you find a friend that doesn't have it and say, hey, Merry Christmas.
That's right.
There you go. But seriously, it doesn't have to be the wall hanging
quilt.
or
No.
the quilt or whatever that is, and I think sometimes we forget that. Some people look at these projects and go, oh my gosh, I could never make that. It's okay. You don't have to necessarily make the whole quilt to enjoy the quilt pattern.
No.
So you can take it apart and make it whatever you would like.
Mm-hmm.
So I have,
I mean, even if you just think about this one, flip it around because I can hold it better this way. Like, even if you just did a row of those. So
and how cute would that be as a table runner?
Right.
Or even a wall hanging that's just
right.
that. It takes up, 12 inches of space instead of 40 inches of space. And
right.
I can't
or
see it all.
If you think about doing just
I'm over here talking with my hands
like this.
and they can't see
They
me.
can't see you. Yeah. So, I mean, you don't have to take the whole thing. You can just take a small section of it to fill maybe the space that you have.
So, which is actually what I am doing for myself personally with that particular piece. I don't have 40 inches in my kitchen, but I would love to make a Christmas wall hanging to put in my kitchen for Christmas. I just think, and there's parts of that I absolutely love. So I'm doing the, I'm skipping the aprons at the bottom because that's the biggest part. So I can take out that bottom part and it will fit where I want it to go.
Mm-hmm.
So I can take that apart. Well, when I was doing my trimming down, I wasn't paying attention. Have you guys ever done that? Probably not, right? And you guys do everything perfect, I'm sure, because you watch us and we tell you how to do it perfect, right?
Because we've already screwed
because we've screwed it up for you. So in this case, I screwed it up. And when I was trimming, the bottoms of my mixers didn't all align. So I sewed it all together and I'm looking at it. I'm like, what is wrong with that? And they're like, eh. And I'm like, that won't do. I can't look at that in my kitchen. That's just going to drive me bonkers. So I took it apart and I just redid. So I think 2 of the 3, because unfortunately they were all 3 different. I really wasn't paying attention. And I'm like, okay, well, what am I going to do with these other 2? So I put some Insel Bright in there and I made them hot pads. So now I have some super cute Christmas hot pads that aren't even specifically Christmas because they're black and gray, and they're green and I think red, which that one,
right,
more Christmassy, but it doesn't have to be.
No.
And there's no buttons on there. There's nothing raised that I can't use that somewhere else. So, and I'm like, they're perfect sizes. I can put a little border on them and then just do a squaring stitch and boom, voila, I have perfect top hats. And hey, what a great gift. And I've already got them stitched. So I don't even have to.
Right.
It's one less thing I have to stitch for somebody.
That's right.
So those are the kinds of things that we wanted to talk to you about. So how you can take something like this and break it apart and not necessarily use it as it was quote unquote intended, but how you can take it apart and use it how you want. And I see you guys say, yep, me, yep, no doubt. We've all been there, unfortunately. So we all have oops squares or something or other, but that doesn't mean that it's a junk piece. We can always repurpose that towards something else. And so sometimes we have to think out of the box in, okay, I got this random something or other, and maybe it's too small to be a fill in the blank. Okay, well, I can add borders and now it's not too small.
Right.
Or, maybe it's a coaster instead of a pot holder because it's, this big instead of this big. or whatever it happens to be, but think outside the box and how we can repurpose those things that we screwed up, if that happened to be it, or when we're looking at something and go, I really want that mixer.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I have totally spent way more than the cost of this for one design before.
Oh yeah,
And I am sure there's many of you out there who have as well.
absolutely.
So I don't, not to say that the quilts aren't beautiful, because they are, but you know, we all have, and we keep hearing this because the quilts have become so popular, and they're like, I'm out of wall space. What am I going to do?
Yeah.
It's okay. You know,
Right.
you don't have to make them all wall space. You can
Mhm.
make, you know, and even these are great table runners.
Mhm.
I mean, hey, you know, okay, so maybe you
Or-
don't want to put leather pieces on them because it's going to make
Right.
it use fabric instead.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's a much flatter piece. And then when you put your candles or your whatever on them,
Yeah.
they're going to work much.
You could also make them like door things.
Absolutely.
So you know, I saw this weekend a
you
wreath
hang them
hanger.
this way.
Yeah, if somebody had a wreath hanger, they put a small dowel rod at the top of the thing, and then just hung a string on it, and it was on their wreath holder for the door.
Yep.
So, and she had seasonal ones on top of there. But
Absolutely.
yeah, all just by changing the direction.
So
and
when you go to sew them together, you sew them vertically instead of horizontally. And the pieces that are slightly more near, you just add the inches so that they all match up.
Yeah, do twosies instead of onesies or something.
Absolutely. You know, so you can really take these apart and make them whatever you want. It doesn't have to be whatever it says on the outside of the box.
No.
So we've got some great fabrics in, and you know, Christmas fabric is either fantastic or it's like barf worthy, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
There's not a lot of happy medium, at least for me personally. Now, maybe you guys are different, and that's fine. That's why there's so many different types out there. But, you know, I either love or hate Christmas fabric. There's not usually well, that one's okay. I love all of these. She has done such a great job. She has
pull up those border prints.
These are phenomenal.
They are
so this is a We Whisk You print,
Mm-hmm.
and it's available in white or black. And
then the Jingle All the Way.
We'll have to think about that one. Here we go. And then this is the Jingle All the Way.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this stuff is just stinking adorable.
Cute.
Yeah. I mean, you don't see this kind of fabric from other people. It is, I mean, you can find ornaments and you can find words, or you can find trees, or but getting that toss of
right cuteness,
the right level. And yes, it's cute, but
it's you can make simple mug rugs with those. Just don't put any applique.
Yeah,
just do a little
just cut the 4 squares, or you know, whatever you want it to be. It can be a very simple piece.
Mm-hmm.
And with that really great fabric, you can make that be, you can make some really beautiful gifts. So let's talk about some ideas. Outside of the things that we talk about, pot holders, hot pads, mug rugs, the simple coaster type things, those types of, you know, aprons, towels, all of those things that you are just going to stitch directly on.
So what about like doing like taking like the aprons, right, or the mixers, and doing seasonal versions of them?
Absolutely.
So you could do like all 4 seasons of aprons, and then you could get like a mini design and put a snowflake on the side of it, and put a leaf on the side of
like
it, like a freestanding lace design or something that hangs from it. But you could put that on like one of those cute little, they make those frames. They're like
Apfeld stands.
Well, no, like a picture frame that looks like it kind of looks like a picket fence, and it's just got that little clip on it, like almost like you're clipping on something, right? You can just hang that picture frame up on your wall, and then you can just change
out your
seasonal wall hanging, and those little things. That's 5x7 hoop size, or 6x10 if you get something a little bit longer. They make really cute.
They really do.
It's a super easy gift.
So here's the thing. You guys are all thinking, oh, I can give that. Make one for yourself too.
Yeah, don't forget about
you. Don't forget about you, because here's the thing. I look around my house. I'm like, I don't have I don't have any of that stuff.
We should do a gift exchange.
We totally should. Let's make stuff for each other
other.
because we totally don't have. I
We
have.
never do that.
I have. I'm like I
Gift
have.
it to
I have
everybody
toss
else.
pillows because I literally said I need throw pillows for my couch, and,
Mhm.
and I specifically sat down and said, okay, I'm going to sew some pillows for myself. But that's like it,
Mhm.
and I'm like, okay. So I'm super excited. I get to take that home because we've run out of fabric kits for it now. I'm like, yeah, I got a wall hanging.
It's out of season, but yeah.
It's out of season, but it's
It'll be
it's
good
just
for next year.
it's for an all year round
Yeah.
thing though. That's just a home comfy something,
Right.
you know. But but seriously, don't forget about yourself and your spouse and your kids, and you know it's
Well, maybe forget about your kids. Just think about yourself.
depends. But think about yourself. Don't forget about yourself because
We don't always put ourselves.
we don't. And I mean, I love it. I'm just as happy giving gifts as I am receiving them. I mean, seriously, I'm one of those people that I love.
Mhm.
I overdo. That's me. I'm like, I will make just
Keep going.
big boxes
Yeah.
and then, you know, I've got to wrap it and have a big bow and, you know, I overdo.
Mhm.
And I always overdo. It doesn't mean I'm spending a ton of money. It means I've spent a lot of time.
Mhm.
That's what that means. It doesn't mean I have spent a fortune. It just means I put time into whatever it is because I'm like, nope, that's not enough. I've got to do,
Mhm.
you know, whatever it is. It's never enough in my mind. I'm like,
Yeah.
nope, I've got time. I'm going to do something
I
else.
think we should make October make
So-
yourself something cool month. Because SNL said so.
Yes. And so that is exactly, Miss McQueen, what we are talking about.
Yeah.
We always make for other people. And it's very few things that we do
Put
spend the
yourself
time.
on your list.
It's very few things that we actually, you know, now when I'm buying gifts, I have no problem buying something for myself,
yourself.
but actually making something for myself, I don't take the time to do, at least very, very rarely. So, you know, and I make something for the store on my personal time. And whenever I get to take it home, it's mine.
Mhm.
But that's like 3 years later.
Yeah. Sometimes.
You know, so it's a long waiting period
It is.
before I get to do that.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, okay.
Mhm.
I almost forget that it's mine. So, just don't forget you. So, we've got a few other things that are some really simple things. They aren't necessarily specifically to these two projects because everything doesn't have to come out of these two books, of course.
No.
So there's many other things. And you probably have a very long list of Christmas designs or whatever the seasonal type things already. So how can we apply those things as well? Well, you need to have that base. So whatever it is, you might need to purchase something to get that base and then be able to fill in with your repertoire of seasonal whatnots, whether it be the leaf, whether it be the snowman, whether it be the snowflake, whatever it happens to be. So we also have, what are you looking? Oh,
My
like,
watch
what do
is
we-
just, I'm just trying
what
to
time
figure
is
out.
it? Have I
No.
been rambling for too long?
No, I just, yeah, it just kept,
It was buzzing.
there's like a bug on a camera at home. And so like I got like 13 notifications. I was like, is somebody really trying to get in touch with me? But no, it's
Gotcha.
just a
So,
bug.
what I was going to say is, you know,
Sorry.
it's okay. I just was like, what
Nope,
time is
I was
it?
trying
What
to
are we
be
doing?
casually about that. Sorry, wasn't.
It's okay. So I was just going to say, you know, the lace,
Mm-hmm.
you guys know I love lace. We've talked about this many times. We've got the holiday workshop coming up, which does happen to be Kimberbell, but that's just a fluke. That doesn't, it's not because that's all we talk about, but that does happen to be Kimberbell projects. But I am going to swap out some of those things because everything that I picked is not originally themed for Christmas.
Right?
But the theme of this workshop is holiday workshop. So I'm going to make sure that you have a holiday theme to everything that we do so that you could use them for quick gifts in the hoop projects that are done and ready to go. So we have 4 different things that we're going to do there. One of them is a super simple lace envelope that you can put a gift card in, and it has 2 different sizes. So you can put a gift card that has like the cardboard packaging or just the gift card by itself. And we'll have the original designs from Kim and gang. I'm sure Kim didn't design all of them personally. So Kim and gang, and then, you know, I've swapped out the heart or the whatever it is for, you know, a Christmas or holiday theme. because I know everybody's not Christmas. So we've got holiday themed items coming your way. So that's going to be some things. We've got the gift card envelope. We've got gift packets. We've got, what else do we have? Oh, we have the reindeer bag. So we have been asked, backed by popular demand is exactly right. So we did, you guys have seen it hanging around the store, and you might have already done the project, but maybe lost the file from, maybe, I don't know, gosh, it was a long time ago.
It was, God,
3
years ago. Maybe it was one of our first, wasn't it?
It was one of the originals, I do believe. So what it is it's the word joy. We have a candy cane for the J. The O is the reindeer head with the antlers and a red glitter nose. And then the Y is just a Y. I think it's just a Y. Super cute. Different colored, red fabrics. So we're going to have that one back. And we've actually already got some kits cut. You didn't even know that. I did. So we have that prepped, and we figured, well, no matter how many we had, we can sell that as an individual thing if that's what it comes down to. So we have some really, really, we have people that made that over and over and over again because it's just so stinking cute. And people see it hanging. How can I get that design? Well,
and
now there's another chance to get it.
We're not going to do it on the buffalo plaid.
We are not. So we're going to twist that up just a little bit and give you some other options and some ideas. And it would be absolutely cute on an apron.
The towel into the apron.
Yep. So the plan is we're going to do it, or your piece of whatnot to put it on is going to be a towel. The towel that I want, I can't find right now, so I'm digging a little bit. But you will get a towel in your kit to 1, turn into a bag, 2, use as a towel, or 3, turn into an apron. And we will give you the sewing instructions for the turning it into items. So you have some options, and we have many miscellaneous, not just Kimberbell towels here. And there's many other ones here, and they're all pretty much the same size. So the instructions for doing all of those things are going to work just fine. So super easy to make something into something else.
And we have 2 important questions.
Yep, I certainly see.
And is it virtual?
So yes, it is virtual. Originally, when we designed these classes, so back in the day, before crazy happened,
BC.
Yes, BC is right. What we did with those were in store.
Yes, and before COVID, in case
anybody was confused on that one. What we did was it was an in-store event, and it was a share a machine event. And it was 3 people to a machine. We did 3 projects, and each person got to stitch 1, and then everybody went home. There was 6 projects in the kit. You got product for those 3. And like I said, you got to actually stitch 1 of them in the event because it was a share a machine thing. I figured that come December 1st or December 3rd, when we're holding that, it's still going to probably be a little bit early for you want to buddy up with someone that you might not necessarily know, or even if you know them, to sit shoulder to shoulder and share a machine, touching the same threads and all of that stuff with. So even if we are set up to have in-store classes by then, it will be virtual. Regardless, it is going to be virtual. How it's going to be set up, since it will all be individual, there will be 4 projects in everybody's kit. You will get the materials to stitch all 4. So you will have the kit items to stitch all 4. And of course the designs for all 4.
The designs
pieces.
Will be on a USB
and
stick.
It will be on a USB stick that you will receive. So the USB with all of the designs and all of the materials to stitch all 4 products will be in the kit.
Which will allow us to be able to mail these.
That is exactly correct. So answer that last question there. Yes, you can sign up. The kit will be able to be mailed. Unfortunately, I can't mail them yet because I don't have everything prepped yet. We just decided to do this a week ago.
But we will have them in plenty of time.
More than enough time to get it to you prior to the event. So what we will do the day of, we will stitch 2. So I will teach you and you will live stitch 2 of the projects. Of course, you don't have to. You can just watch if you prefer. And I will lecture demo 2. So it will just, I will walk you through how to stitch the other 2. So we will stitch 2, talk about 2 is how we're going to do that. So it will be about a 3-hour. I figure by the time I yak you guys know I like to yak. So by the time I talk you through 2 and then we stitch out 2, I think the 3 hours will be approximately correct. And for all of that, it is only $49.95. So 4 projects, full, everything you need to do so, sans thread.
And it is on the website?
It is already on our website. If you type in holiday, I believe it will pop right up. I think that's like the one word that's nowhere else on our website.
There is an events and classes tab.
It is under the events and classes tab. It is the Kimberbell Holiday Workshop. Those are the words that are listed there, and you can choose either December 1st, which is a Monday, or December 3rd, which is a Wednesday. And again, we're going to start at 10, and I'm estimating it'll be about a 3-hour event.
And I don't have my other computer next to me, but I will just
Come
like
back.
I did last
We
week.
can come back
we'll
and
put
post
the
that link
links,
in there so that you can do that
in the comments, so you should be able to find it.
The 4 projects, I don't have all of them ready. Like I said, we just decided this is going to happen last week when we were doing this last Tuesday. So I don't have everything ready to show you exactly what they are, but they are going to be a gift pocket, a gift card lace envelope, a reindeer, do what you wanna, towel, bag, apron, however. And the 4th thing was the leather, embroidered leather. And you have a luggage tag or the little tissue, super cute. There's multiple different quilting patterns that you could pick from.
Yeah.
So
Like
it's a little tissue
holder
that you would put in your purse, so that you can take tissue with you. Because gosh knows we all need that these days. This weather is just fantastic. So having a little embroidered tissue, and you could coordinate them and match, or you know, whatnot. So there's different quilting patterns that go with that. So those are the 4 projects. I don't know exactly which ones we'll stitch versus which ones we will discuss. We'll see how that pans out as I get all the products and how things will go.
We probably would be able to get like a video up of the ones of all of them, probably, like
absolutely
some sort.
I will video how they go together, and that will be part of the class. Whatnot is that you'll get the link to watch how to do them. So if for whatever reason you can't attend either of those, but you'd still like to take the class, you can watch the videos for how all of that is. Absolutely. And there will be videos for all 4, not just the 2 that we're going to actually do. And that might be how we lecture demo, as I show the video, because I fast forward through the stitching and, you know, those kinds of things. So my thought for the lace, because there's really not much kit, I'm hoping to find a fantastic, awesome, wicked cool thread that would be part of your kit instead of
that'd be fun.
Because there's no fabric.
There's no fabric
there's,
for that. Just
there's no fabric for that. So just stabilizers. So that's kind of my thought, is it would be really cool to find just a wicked cool thread to make that envelope out of. That's kind of the thought for that.
Yeah.
But
so I think we answered everybody's
I think we've
questions.
got
December 1st
or 3rd.
So there'll be 2 separate days.
It'll be a
not
drop
an
down.
and.
Yep, it's a drop down on the website, and you can just pick. So click it and just pick which one you want.
Yep.
They're the same price, both time frames.
It is virtual, and it can be mailed.
It can be mailed, and you will get all of the products for all 4.
You will not get it until a little bit closer to it. So
correct. It won't be mailed until we get it closer to.
Sign up today. It's not coming in the next couple weeks.
Just it would be probably hopefully before Thanksgiving, because I don't want to get that crush between then. That'll be the plan, is like the week before Thanksgiving that we would get everything sent out and finalized. At least, of course, if you're a late sign up, that's okay. We'll do our best to get you everything in time, but that's the hope. Anyway.
Yes. Yeah. Because it'll be Christmas. So we want to.
But unfortunately, there will be a cutoff of when I can get you the kit mailed to you in time. So, but as long as you're local, you could come last minute and be able to get that.
Or maybe if you're not quite local, but you're close, we might be able to bring them to the sewing expo if we have some extras.
Yes, absolutely.
So we could always, you could always arrange just like pick in-store pickup, and then we
and
have
then
it for
let
you.
us know, and we can stick your name on it and
Yeah.
swap while you're there.
Or maybe you're not local, but you are coming to the sewing expo. Make sure you come over and say hello.
Say hello, and you
Yeah.
can, maybe we can take those. We can
yeah.
have those bundled,
We
and
should write that down.
we can write that down. We'll write that down. We'll do that. So I am super excited because it's been, we did these like at least twice a year, almost quarterly, and
super popular.
we haven't
here.
done them, and they were so fun.
Yeah.
Which I'm gonna miss having you all here, but I don't want anybody to be uncomfortable. So I think at this point, I think it's still easier to keep everybody happy and separate and no stress, because we don't add stress to the holidays. So the thought process is, it's going to be hard to find some gifts this year from everything that we have been hearing. And if you, are looking for a little bit of help, these will be some last minute, which the beginning of December isn't really last minute, but it might be like that this year. This will be some things that you can make.
Of course, if there's nothing at the store, you'll have way more time, right?
There you go.
Holly,
we like that. So that's part of the plan. So, yeah.
But yeah, that should be a really fun.
Does look shorter, doesn't it?
Class.
Why does that look so much shorter?
I don't know.
I'm not balanced today.
No. Yeah, so that would be a really fun class.
I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah, I think everyone will have lots and lots and lots of fun.
And I mean, where can you find 4 projects with all of the materials for $50?
Here.
Just here. And
I should buy one.
Totally. The I not to pat our backs or anything, but when we went to Kimberbell and I went to get us approved so we could do the events, Kim knew because I called and I wanted to make sure that was allowed. I didn't want to step on toes. I'm like, is it okay if we use these in this way? And she was like, yeah, that's fantastic. Why didn't we come up with kind of? And so she was like, yeah, Lisa, can you come up and talk about that thing you do? And I'm like, okay. So Kimberbell thought it was pretty cool too, which made me feel pretty good.
Yeah.
But it was really neat. It was kind of like, attaboy, you done good. So it's funny because it was originally designed because Anita Good Design stopped doing their little workshop things that we could teach, that we could teach ourselves.
Right.
I don't mean teach myself. I mean, we could teach you. They required their person to come in and do them, which of course, sorry guys, cost us a lot more money and doesn't always pan out to be a lot better of an event. And so we were looking for something to replace that, and the dealer exclusive things became a thing. And I was like, hey, what if we did this? And it became a thing, and it became a pretty popular thing. We had, where we had to have like 6 days because so many people came. We had to keep booking more days when they were in store. So it was really fun. We've always had a lot of good feedback. So hopefully this one will help you guys out. That's the goal. That was kind of the thought. And Sarah came up with I'm like, I want to do another workshop. And she was like, what if we did this? And I'm like, that's fantastic. Let's do it that way. So it was, one more collaboration between, a little bit of me, a little bit of her, and you just never know what we're going to come up with. If you put us together, it sometimes comes out with something that's actually a great idea. Look at that. You leave us alone and you never know what's going to happen.
That's right. That says so much to us, though. I mean, online or on TV, they just keep reinventing the same thing. At least we're trying new things, right?
There you go.
At least we think they're new. I think
I was joking around with Tony. I'm like, we should have like a word of the week, that we come up with a new word. Yes, he told us we could use his frappy, whatever. He was like, well, you can use my words. And I'm like, I don't know if we want to use your words.
Yeah.
We could be like Mr. Rogers. And
yeah.
I was just like, never mind. Yeah. It was just like, that's really bad. I saw a picture of him.
Mr.
Rogers on Facebook. And it was I don't even remember who posted. It was a historical post, and it was a black and white picture of him. And I'm sure I'm supposed to know who it was a picture of, but I don't remember. But it was
Thank you.
it was an African American gentleman that it was when they weren't allowed to swim in the same pools. And so
Oh.
they're sitting there side by side with their pants rolled up and their feet in a
the
kiddie pool. And I'm like, that is such a cool picture.
It is.
I love that. And, you know, it made me think that was really, I mean, it was a really great show. I mean,
Yeah.
it really had good things to teach. And so maybe that's why Mr. Rogers is on my mind, because I haven't thought about Mr. Rogers in I don't know how long, but there you go.
That was a good movie
So,
about him.
Tom
Hanks. It's great. It's very good. Okay.
Okay,
So I'm
so
not doing anything quite as cool as she is.
that's not true,
It is.
because everybody loves this class that you're going to do.
That's true. So I in the next newsletter, I by popular demand, I'm going to do binding by machine, and it will be a virtual class. We will do a live presentation. It's not on the website yet. Don't look for it yet.
Nope.
It will not be on the website. It will not be up there until it actually have the videos ready, because when you purchase the class, you will be able to immediately download the videos for the class. I will do a live presentation of the class where I will answer your questions and I will demonstrate it, but you will have actual videos of each of the steps. And I've been recording them and editing them step by step. So that is coming.
I took that class, 2 years ago, but I don't remember. You will have something to refer back to.
Mm-hmm.
And there we get this, I'm trying to bind this. I can't figure this out. Do you have any tips? This is a class you all need to take. If you quilt, if you make table runners, if you do anything that binds, it could be a freaking pot holder. It doesn't matter. If you bind anything, you want to take this class. She is phenomenal. She's figured it all out. And I'm not blowing smoke here, people. This is for real. You want to take this class. I mean, I have bound many things and I look back and I'm like, that's not bad. But I remember while I was doing it thinking, I don't ever want to do this again, because this sucks.
Right.
I don't think that anymore, because I feel confident in what I'm doing because somebody taught me how to do it right and not be stressed out while I'm doing it. So how to make everything line up and how to make my corners actually look like a corner that I'm not ashamed to show somebody.
You can point it out. Look at my corner.
Look at this. They match. They meet up just like they're supposed to.
Yeah.
So you guys need to take this class if you do binding for anything. And with having the ability to now have Sarah home with you in that video for future reference, it's really cute, because Hayden's like, okay, so I got all this right, but I can never remember which direction to turn this tool. Can you show it to me? And I've showed him, like, I don't know, a few times.
Yeah.
And I mean, he's a smart kid. So, I mean, it's just a matter of, if you do it all the time, you forget.
Right.
And that's okay, is my point. I'm not ripping on Hayden. But my point is if you don't do it all the time, it's a skill that
you have to refresh.
And so having the ability to go back and, hey, I have this. I don't have to call and feel like, I got to ask how to do this again.
Right.
Not that we care, because, but
we'll help you. But it's going to be there. You're going to have it.
Yeah.
And it is at the end of October. It's like the last Friday of October. It's not up. Like I said, it's
isn't not there yet, but you will see it as soon as the videos are there.
And if you, it's probably going to be a $50 class. There's quite a few videos. If you want on the list, like, I can notify you and send you the information as soon as it's up. If you send us an email,
yeah.
I will be happy to make sure that you get on that list and that I notify you. But it'll be a virtual class, so there will not be a limit to how many people can take it, and it doesn't matter if you can't join us for the live event, because you're going to get my handouts for the class. There'll be a PDF file, and then there will be the video files. It'll be a zip file that you download when you sign up for the class. And then, like I said,
so the next question somebody out there is thinking, there's obviously some tools that you would recommend. They're not included in that $50.
No.
So how much, if I wanted to have like the whole kit and caboodle, is there like a toolkit maybe you can post for that?
Yes, there will be
Sarah's set of
my favorite binding tools.
So the rulers and the stilettos and the whatever's bundle
Yep.
of, so I want it all
kit.
kit.
Yep.
And we'll make sure that that's available so that you guys can just say, just give me what I need.
Yes.
You don't have to think about it and find it and all of that. Just click the button and you're done.
Yep.
Because it makes all the difference in the world. It really does.
Sometimes the tools make the job.
You know, they do.
They do.
It's amazing. It's the little things that make the difference. So you will have that class in the bag before the holidays. So all of these things that we've been talking about, if you want to bind them, guess what? You'll know how, and it won't be stressful. It won't be like, oh my God, I've got this pile of things that I just don't want to finish. It won't be like that. I promise. You will have the confidence to start and finish all of those binding things that you have been putting off for a long time.
And then in November, I'm going to do the Dream Big panel again, a virtual version of that, which is those, if you've come into the store and you turn right immediately, it's that big flower that's up there, Design Center, IQ Designer.
We've got there's many machines in both Baby Lock and Brother that have that, your Dream Destiny, 9.5 by 14 machines and up. Will have that functionality, plus your 10 needles of recent years will have that feature that you can use. So great class to learn how to use that. Even if you don't care about the Dream panel, the Dream panel is great. But if you just want to learn the technique because, hey, I want to be able to use this feature, it's a great class to learn how to nook and cranny of those.
So that's
things.
coming in November sometime.
And then Novi.
And then
Thanksgiving. And then Kimberbell Workshop. And then I'm going on vacation again.
Yeah.
And then Christmas. So we do have foot fetish and clubs and different things coming in between those as well. So we've got lots of stuff coming up for you guys to pack in. We're attempting to find a fantastic something for January. It's a big secret, so I'm not going to spill the beans until we know we have something for sure, but maybe. So percolate on what that could possibly be.
That's right.
And then we do have a Kimberbell event coming up 1st of January too. So lots of things coming. So look for that newsletter. If you guys are not already on our mailing list, go to our website, LeabuSewingCenter.com. At the bottom of the page, you can sign up to make sure that you get notified for what's going on here in the shop.
That's right.
We appreciate you guys spending the hour with us. And
it goes so by quick.
It does.
Sorry, we rambled again.
It happened.
All right.
Any questions, you let us know. And yes, there is a dime patch class in December, and it's the week that I'm on vacation. But I might be introducing. We'll have to wait till we get closer to see how things are going. You might see me then.
And there's a dime event next month.
We've got a couple different things coming up. Yep.
So, the newsletter will be coming out again with some updated stuff. So
we've got lots of fun things to tell you all about in print, just like we've tried rambling on. So all of the stuff we've talked about, you will see in the newsletter. Again, if you haven't signed up for those emails yet, just go to LeabuSewingCenter.com and you can sign right up.
Yep. I'll put that link in the bottom too.
Sounds great. You guys have a wonderful rest of your week. Tomorrow at 3
is Kimberbell Fit Bee. Fill in the blank.
Fill in the blank. Candy Cane Lane, little adorable pillow.
Yes.
Tomorrow at 3. So see us then if you would like. Take care. See you next time.